Hi, Bill Hinkle here from Olympia, your 13th District Legislator. One of them anyway. You know, you have 2 representatives and 1 senator from the 13th. At any rate, we're here now mid-session. Still not sure how we're going to fix our budget deficit, but we're trying to work together at it. We have a Ways and Means Committee last night that went to almost midnight. We started at 10 o'clock in the morning. So as you can imagine, we're working hard. One of the things that I think that our side of the aisle, the Republicans, have tried to put forward, and I think it's something that's catching on, is the whole concept of fund education first. It's a proposal that's been around since 2006, and we received our first public hearing last week, and 8 education groups support it. The concept's pretty simple. We'd require the legislature to pass a separate budget for K through 12, K through 12 education, and before any other state programs or services are funded. So as our paramount duty, we have to make sure that education comes first. One of the points we were making is, as you know, there's been talk about setting a tax bill out later to buy back some of the cuts. The reality is that we believe we should spend our first dollar in education, not our last. And we have to live up to our Supreme Court ruling, which says that we're not living up to our constitutional duty to fully fund education. That said, I'm not quite sure at what point, when we're spending over 50% of our budget that is discretionary on education, I'm not sure how we manage that, but the reality is that we need to step forward and make it a priority. The Fund Education First legislation is House Bill 2533 if you want to follow it. Step 2 is for the House Republicans now to show how the concept will be implemented. In other words, we need to create a separate budget for the K-12 education piece that is going to be just like we would do it, and then we'll bring in the rest of our budget to show how we're going to pay for it, obviously. We think we can put our budget together in a way that funds education first, protects the most vulnerable, and doesn't raise taxes. That's the challenge. I don't think it's inevitable when you have a budget that we have $1 billion more in revenue, but yet we're upside down $1.5 billion. We obviously have a spending problem. So, folks, let's just stay tuned. It's a tough session. It's going to be one of those times when everybody comes down here, no one wants their ox gored, as it were. The reality is there's going to be some tough cuts. We believe, though, that we don't want to cut off our nose to spite our face. We don't want to hurt the most vulnerable, and we also don't want to make education suffer any more than it should in a time when we really need to be thinking about the future. You know, there's 60,000 jobs available in Washington State right now, and the reason they're not getting filled is because the fact that we don't have people trained to take those jobs. So let's focus on K through 12, higher ed, make sure we protect public safety, and that we fund services for our most vulnerable. These are important things. So look forward to seeing you down here maybe if you want. Send an email or come down with a postcard, whatever you want to do. Just, you know, any communication we get from home is great. Right now I'm a little, I'm tired, but we got another half to go here, and without your help and process of and being in the process, it's just not going to work. So thanks so much for being here and paying attention, and hopefully we'll have better news for you next time we talk. Bye-bye now.